Hello Geminis, hello you Geminis. Here is your horoscope for the month of July 2012. What is going to happen? Well, there's still a lot going on, just as last month. But I think it's on another level now. The month of July is definitely going to be a month of aspirations, inspirations, having fun, being creative, have a little bit of romance, and all this stuff. I think you're really going to like it. It's your cup of tea. To have fun, to be inspired, to talk a lot. And let me explain why. First of all, what's on the backdrop? That's Neptune. Neptune is going retrograde during the whole month. So I think for especially the Geminis who have planets or an ascendant between 0 and 7 degrees of Gemini, they will feel this because Neptune was squaring up to those signs, which means that the things that you've been doing, you've been feeling a bit in the mist, a bit not very clear, and you don't really like that as a Gemini, not being clear about things. But that's on the backdrop. That's not as important this month. Still, for the same people between those 0 and 7 degrees of Gemini, still the North Node is opposing those planets or that ascendant, which still means that you're going, you have your own path, you have your own life path, and it's not so easy, or it's challenging to make a balance between your path and a path of the significant other. So there could be a challenge, but it's going to be taken, that life path anyway. So that's all on the background. What's in front of your mind at the moment? There is still this Pluto-Uranus square, of course, going on, and these outer planets, when they square up and it's not exact anymore, but it's more or less still exact, but it's not exact anymore. When a faster planet triggers it, touches it, then it becomes conscious again and very much again in the present. And that's what's happening during the month of July. In the middle of the month, bang in the middle of the month, Mars, the planet of action, is going to oppose Uranus, is going to square Pluto. So Mars in Libra will activate this. Mars has been in Virgo for a long time, and now finally shifts, as I think the 4th of the month, shifts to Libra, and it's going to oppose Uranus. What is Mars opposing Uranus? What is it about? It's very simple. It's about action, and it's about sudden actions that wants to be taken. It's about acting to free yourself up. That's it. And maybe in an explosive way, but that's gonna happen. It's happening in your 5th house and in the 11th house. And the 5th house is Mars. Mars is going to transit in the 5th house. Now there is stuff going on in the 5th house for a long time, because Saturn, the planet of restriction, the planet that teaches us the discipline, has been transiting your 5th house for quite a long time, actually a year or two, maybe a bit longer. And it's now finally going direct, Saturn, and it's almost going out of that 5th house. So for a lot of Geminis, the 5th house, the house of fun, the house of creativity, the house of romance, the house of kids, was a bit on a lower level, or was a bit more struggling, was a bit more difficult. Now with the combination of Saturn going out of that house and Mars going into the house, you know, the planet of action demands a bit more fun, a bit more sex, a bit more romance, a bit more action with your children, doing nice things with your children. And it's in Libra, so maybe being a bit artistic with your children, being creative with them. So whatever that has held you back for a long time, it's going to shift now. That's a good thing. And another reason why I think it's a good thing is that Uranus, that is opposing that Mars in your 11th house, the house of friends, the house of aspirations, is conjuncting, Uranus is conjuncting a very little planet at the moment, and that is Pallas. And Pallas is all about wisdom, and it is all about intelligence. So there is a wisdom in your aspirations, there is an intelligence beneath that. There is the willingness to shift that, the willingness to achieve your aspirations, your good aspirations that you're having. And I wouldn't be surprised for a lot of Geminis with Mars in the 5th house, and that 5th house rules the 11th house, the house of friends. Maybe a romance with a friend, why not? Normally I wouldn't suggest that, but with what is going on now with that Pallas, and with another thing, with Mars that is at the same time trining Jupiter, I would say go for it. If you really believe in it, why not? Mars is trining that Jupiter, and that is good. That gives you confidence. Jupiter and Venus are in your sign still for the whole month, so it's giving you confidence. It's giving you the ability to attract people to you, and you don't have to do anything. You just have to be yourself. People come to you, people like you. And so that's why I think that all this activity in that 5th house is good, because that Mars is also for the whole month trining that Jupiter. Now, what is happening with your ruler, Mercury? Your ruler is going retrograde, and Geminis and Virgos are very used to that, aren't they? They're used to the fact that their ruling planet goes forwards and then goes backwards again, forwards, backwards again. So it's a bit of a pause, and it's happening in your 3rd house, the house of thinking, the house of communicating. Mercury loves it in there, loves it in the 3rd house. It's the house of Gemini actually, but it's in Leo, so it's more inner thinking. And I think that you're going to be able to reconsider what is happening with you, what I just described, whether it is your children or your own creativity, the need to be more creative, the need to express yourself. And you're going to think about very clearly how you're going to do that. And you will achieve these new aspirations. I think you really have the opportunity to achieve your aspirations. And of course, Mercury going retrograde in the 3rd house can mean slow internet, slow or a retardation of emails and letters and so on and so on. Yes, but I think, as I already told, Geminis are used to that. And if you're aware of it, then you can organize yourself. So I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. And after the 20th, 21, 21st of July, also the Sun is going to enter that 3rd house. So there's also a highlight of the 3rd house, a highlight of your thinking, what you like to do, and the strategy of your aspirations, linking the ideas together, and not doubting about your capacities. So that's a good month for you. I think I've covered everything, I hope so. So yes, a month of fun, a month of aspirations, a month of plenty of activity in all these houses that I described. So thank you very, very much for watching. If you're interested in the Pluto-Uranus square information, I have made a lot of videos. You can just scroll down the YouTube channel, and then you can find the Pluto-Uranus square with transits with planets like Mercury, like Venus, and so on, and what it represents. Of course, the Pluto-Uranus offer still is there, the special offer, and also other consultations I recommend. And I hope you will have a great month for the month of July, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.